That is the new single from Randy Travis, who joins us in studio right now with Ed Wank and Dave O'Brien in 971 Hank FM.
It's called Faith in You, and it's available for download at RandyTravis.com. I know you're not familiar with all of that stuff, but your website has it right now. For a limited time, you got to go and check it out, and the CD itself will be out in the summertime. You doing some touring when it comes out?
Well, we're always touring.
Sure.
The country industry is kind of unique maybe to other formats of music. It's like if you're working within the country business, you're touring pretty much every year. We have missed, give you a good example, we've missed, say, 3/4 of a year out of 23 years of touring.
Wow.
Only that one time, and we were filming a lot of stuff then, so yeah, we're always on tour.
Yeah, you're busy. I mean, you got the movie career going on, you got the singing thing happening. We had a caller recently. You've done a lot of Western style things in movies. Yeah. A lot of your movies involve that, and a little bit of gunslinging and all. We had a caller who said he had heard a rumor that you've actually been a gunslinging stand-in in other movies where you weren't credited. Is that true, or is that just an internet rumor?
Let's see. I have done actually, stand-in on, but there were things I had worked on. In one case, I was doing another part, but I did some things with pistols for people, just showing hands, yes. And then I did a thing in another movie that I didn't act in. I was playing a character in a video game where people would come in and draw against the character, and they wanted me to do some of the drawing and tricks, whatever, flipping the pistols around. So yeah, I've enjoyed that. I've been practicing that starting about age 13. So I grew up on a horse on a farm, doing that kind of work, and that's why I wanted to work on a Western years ago. But the first thing that happened was to meet Andy Griffith, so I actually got to do Matlock a couple of times.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
Well, he is, you being from North Carolina, he's the king of North Carolina.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah. Andy is very well respected down there, yeah. And when I'm not an actor. I went in, I did that job, never having acted once, and so Andy was talking to me and working through a scene, and I've told this many times, and he was talking, going from here to being angry, walking you through the getting angry, working up to that, in other words. So at times I almost laughed. I didn't want to laugh at him, but I couldn't help but feel that way because sometimes it sounds just like Sheriff Andy Taylor talking to Opie or somebody, on the show, because that really was him. It really was him. He was great.
Yeah.
He was great. I loved the guy, and did 2 of those. And, in 20 plus years of doing this, we also did an album that called Heroes and Friends, and I got to record with a lot of people on there that I grew up watching, listening to, and oh gosh, from Roy Rogers to George Jones and Merle Haggard, Loretta Lynn, Tammy Wynette, and Roy came to the house. Roy Rogers came to the house and stayed with my wife and I. And I grew up, of course, playing in bars since starting at 14. That's not the best way to grow up, but it is. Unfortunately, at times, I shouldn't put it that way, unfortunately, the way I came up. And so I was in there playing pool when I wasn't singing. And then before that, I was playing pool when I was supposed to be in school. So it's just